I value the First Amendment because I think it's the pillars of democracy.
It is a prescription for how we should behave.
It's a mandate, really, because it's required in our lives.
It teaches me how to respect others and also expect to be respected in return.
It protects my rights as a United States citizen.
Everybody should have the right to speak their truth.
Without it, America wouldn't be America.
I think we can agree to disagree.
Hate speech needs to have limitations.
Conservative voices get censored, liberal voices don't.
All the freedoms in the First Amendment ride on having the ability to speak our minds and to voice our opinions freely.
If we don't speak up, we'll be overlooked. And things won't ever change.
I need to be able to express myself during a pride parade, during a job interview, for healthcare.
Freedom of speech is more than just speech. It encompasses the freedom of expression as well.
You can talk amicably or agree to disagree, but when it becomes violent and harassing, then that's where the boundaries need to be drawn.
I don't like some of the speech that is considered to be free.
I don't think hate speech should necessarily be protected, but people should still have freedom of speech.
People have hated people for years and years. Heck, if you were in Salem and you didn't like somebody, you called them a witch, and next thing you know, they're being dunked in a river.
People get offended for many different things. You never know.
I don't want your opinion. I just want news. I want the facts. Bias is really hard to avoid. We're humans. It's in our nature.
A lot of the media is very irresponsible when they distort the truth as fact.
Freedom of the press gives me information, and that's power.
You have to take everything with a grain of salt, and you just gotta find the truth.
Sometimes they stretch the truth, and I don't think that that's right.
I believe the media has taken the term freedom of press too far, because yes, you have a right to say what you believe is the truth, but facts are not the same as the truth.
There's no such thing as alternative facts. Facts are facts. Facts are facts. And I don't know when we decided that that wasn't true.
We need different sources of news so that we can compare and contrast and feel like we're getting all the information.
This is our country in actual operation, the way it should be.
Let the people have their say and punish those who cannot follow the laws.
I think everyone has a right to protest, especially peacefully.
Freedom of assembly means you go, you meet, you talk, you present, and then you leave.
A protest that does not go to the source of power and understand power and understand how to meet power with power will fail.
Probably 90-95% of the people are just protesting peacefully. The mainstream media doesn't portray that. They want the violence because that's the ratings and that's what's going to get the clicks, and that's sad.
There's a big difference between peacefully assemble, which is what it says, and go out and start busting windows, burning cars.
It's mostly violent. That's why I don't really feel safe about doing protests.
I think it should be limited to a certain amount of people being able to participate. 50 to 100 people, not a whole city of people.
America was built on protests. I mean, it just was. We threw tea into Boston Harbor. That was a protest.
Of all the freedoms, religion is the most individual.
I prefer to practice my religion, you practice yours.
In my life is very important, the freedom of religion, because in this house, I have one religion and my husband have a different religion. And my son maybe will have a third religion.
Let's face it, that's kind of why the Pilgrims came here. They were escaping religious persecution.
I really don't want any government trying to tell me how to believe or who to believe or if I even should believe.
What I find troubling with freedom of religion is when someone else uses their religion to try and control my behavior.
I'm a very active member of my current religious congregation. So take away freedom of religion, and that's a huge chunk of my life that would be affected.
Freedom of petition is the safety valve.
There's a way that we can leverage our position as citizens.
That helps our voices be heard.
Redress of grievances is very important, because if you don't like a tyrannical government, you're supposed to be able to address that.
The right to petition the government focuses the government on who they represent.
It's a right to bring up a particular issue for a government entity or a particular ruling body.
Voting makes me emotional because it's such a privilege and an honor. Oh, and anyone who... And I'm sad for anyone who doesn't understand that and take full advantage of letting their voice be heard.
I'm able to leverage my position as someone who lives in that local community and to make my voice heard. Because otherwise, ultimately, these decisions won't get made without you.
The government is not giving the population a gift by saying, oh yeah, you can come and complain. No, I'm not complaining. I have this right. It's an inalienable right.